We came out here to try and photograph ghost mushrooms, which get their name from the faint greenish light they give off as a result of a natural bioluminescent chemical reaction in their tissue. It was one of those things that I'd wanted to see for a while, because every photo that I'd seen just made them look so unreal. That soft green glow almost doesn't look natural, which is part of what makes them so interesting. The plan was simple: get here before dark, look around while we could still see, and hopefully find the mushrooms and then wait for sunset. So we started walking and searching, checking any tree we could find, looking around tree bases. Was there some here? Or here? Or even here? No. But then we found some. And then we found some more. We were still not 100% sure that these were ghost mushrooms, but we thought with so many options, surely one of these was the ones we were looking for. That little wave of excitement changed to confidence that this was going to be a great night. I started picturing the shots I was going to take, the different angles, and the lenses I would use. But then maybe I was starting to feel a little bit overconfident. Now it was just a matter of waiting for dark.
It's just gone sunset. The sun has just gone down over the horizon. There is still a bit of light around. I'm expecting maybe another 30-45 minutes before we can actually start to shoot some mushrooms. So it's pretty much just sit around and wait. We've had a bit of a scout around. We found quite a few pockets of what we think are the particular mushrooms that we're looking for. So fingers crossed. What about tonight so far?
Yeah, I was confident that we'd find some ghost mushrooms out here. I thought there should be plenty around. But Paul was a bit more skeptical and thought he might need a map location.
Yes.
But we found a few, so that's good. Hopefully they actually glow.
Okay, good stuff. Whoa, what's that noise? Could be the ghost mushrooms.
Maybe.
Better go look for them.
Okay, it is pretty dark now, so we've started photographing the mushrooms that we found. These are not ghost mushrooms. So we're going to go and have a look at a couple of the other spots that we found. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one of those is actually a ghost mushroom.
So apparently this is a ghost mushroom. To me, that looks very similar to the ones that we were seeing earlier. However, this one is a lot whiter. I would say, to me, that's the only real difference. And the photos that we've seen that's underneath is where a lot of the glow comes from. So, yep, we found a mushroom. Yep. So we're going to have to hunt around in the dark to see if we can find some more, which is kind of what we were hoping to try and avoid by coming out here a bit early. But yeah, my lack of mushroom knowledge didn't help. So we're going to scout around a little bit more and just see what we can find. Hopefully we can find at least a couple more, maybe a small cluster. That would be pretty awesome. But we're still pretty happy that we got at least the one. We did find one. Dave found it. No idea how he found it. It was in a tree, quite a bit high up. So it was a good find. So hopefully he can work his magic and try and find some more. This is the mushroom, the soul mushroom that we have found. We were kind of looking for a cluster of the different mushrooms, but this is the only one that we've been able to find so far. So I'm going to take a shot of this. I have my macro lens. It's a Canon RF 100 f2.8 macro. So I feel like this is pretty ideal for this kind of shot. So I have the aperture at f2.8. It's a 30-second exposure. And the ISO is, I'm just going to try and adjust that. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. So I think 1000 is going to be fine. Doing manual focus. So that's one of the benefits of mirrorless. That was quite an easy focus. So I am going to take the shot and hopefully this comes out okay. Still got a 2-second delay. I'm on a tripod, but I still wanted to have that 2-second delay just in case. I don't want to be doing anything silly to stuff this up. So here we go. Okay, so I think I still had my torch on, so I'm going to do that again. So look. Nope. Okay, it's very faint. I'm going to try that again. I am going to bump up the ISO a little bit more. Go away. So I'm going to double that. I'm going to take it up to ISO 2000. Try that again. Okay. That's looking a bit better, but I'm not too sure why that is not coming out. I'm going to keep bumping the ISO a little bit more. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. It looks like we've got a fair bit of detail underneath the mushroom. But I'm thinking maybe try this for a longer exposure. Longer than 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to take another shot, about 1.5 minutes. I'm finding these mushrooms, this mushroom to be quite temperamental. Any light on the mushroom and it just doesn't glow, which does make some sense given that they do produce their own glow. So any additional light is just going to overpower the light from the glow. Okay, that's actually turned out okay. I'm actually quite happy with that. Looks like there's a fair bit of detail underneath the mushroom. Okay, I'm going to go and look for some more mushrooms. So just looking around and found some of these attached to one of the trees. I think these could have been some ghost mushrooms, but they're no longer mushrooms. They might be ghosts, but yeah, no longer mushrooms. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I think the mushrooms have beaten us, well, except for one. I think we got that one.
It was actually really exciting finding the single one that we did.
It really was. And it was a good find, so well done.
Oh, well, it was just lucky, really.
But yeah, so I think it's probably worthwhile coming back next year, maybe at the same time, a bit earlier.
Yeah.
I need to read up a little bit more about mushrooms as well, I think.
Kind of hungry now.
You are? Mushroom pizza.
Oh, good idea.
All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there next time. It is actually, well, no, start it again. And then we're going to try and shoot some mushrooms. I think I need sleep.